This'll do for now.
Get to the
Sure thing, I'll try, brother. It's Ekko with TP, it's possible. I can maybe do it. Well, he's the executive producer. He's in charge. He's not going to be making decisions that don't make sense. He left The Witcher because they literally didn't keep it friendly, lore-friendly. They wanted to write their own shit when they already had stuff to work with, which is, it's good that he left, because that shit is bullshit, man. Makes no sense. I have to flash that. I mean, to be fair, I thought I could actually I thought I could kill them, but I guess I don't do enough damage yet. It's fine. The worst thing they could do with the whole Amazon thing, though, is like... I mean, no, they're not going to fuck with it. I don't think so. As long as Henry's in charge, it's not going to go bad. Yeah, he left it because they decided to write stuff that wasn't, just didn't make sense.
Serve or die. Don't care if the others like you.
Luna, thank you. Nazuma, run! Run, Nazuma. Okay. Alright, hey. Did fucking gank me like twice. It's good. Yeah, it's weird, man. Like, when you, here's the weirdest thing. You take an IP, and you stay true to it for like one season, and then you decide to try and write something different. It's not your baby, bro. You didn't make this. You can't tell it what to do. This is not your child. You have no right. It's weird. What a bizarre thing. Although, I do know there's a lot of, like, different adaptations and all this other stuff, and, you know... Like, at some point, you have to continue it. Or maybe you don't. But when you have the material, why are you trying to change it? Like, you have kind of, If you have so much material to work with, and you're not out of ideas, and there's no need to try and make something new, why bother? Why are you changing something that you still have content for, you know what I mean? It's so stupid. Well, I mean, you're gonna have people yelling about the Imperium. I mean, there's a lot of shit going on in 40k. Writers tend to like to write. I mean, sure, but like then everyone doesn't care anymore. It's weird. You're not. It's like you're. I don't know, man. They're just making shit up. Making shit up that the original stuff is just better and people want. It's bizarre. Oh. Come on, Nazuma, help me. Nazuma! Do-do-do-do. Please. I mean, this guy still has ulti, you know? He's just joshing. He's joshing. That was clean. You gotta admit, that was kind of clean. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. If you take a giant event in 40k, and it's like the Horus Heresy, right? You take one of the biggest, most important events in Warhammer 40k history, and you don't like the way it panned out, so you decide to change it. That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm saying. You can go write your little side stories, you can go write your little blips in the universe, but you don't mess with, like, true canon. You don't mess with the timeline, you know what I mean? You keep the timeline as it's written, or else why would you be following it? There's no point. Horus Heresy's got retconned a bunch. Well, okay, I'm not too familiar with it, but I mean, I'm sure the people who have retconned it, like, I don't know how many writers are with the Horus Heresy to where, like, oh, this doesn't make sense, let's rewrite it, but, like, if you have at least one timeline, one canon that makes the most sense, correct? Throw that into screen. Whatever makes the most sense screen-wise and stays true, like, sure. But, like, don't start making shit up like Horus is fucking in love with his brother Sanguinius, like, a little bit more than bros, and fucking they found out, and it's like, oh, we gotta kill each other, man. I'm going to Chaos. It's done. Whatever it may be, like, and no matter how many times it's been retconned or not, like, I'm sure there is one way to do it, and the best way. That makes sense. Just back up against the wall, no? I'm just gonna go, man. He's fine. Adia? I mean, there could be something like that, but if they're doing, I don't know, man. If they start from the beginning, like with the Horus Heresy and all this stuff, like the gist of the universe kind of like taking its course, I think that would make the most sense. Unless they just throw themselves into 40k and say, yeah, Horus Heresy happened, and we're referencing it, but we don't know anything about it. It would make sense to start something with the Horus Heresy, obviously, to kind of set up the whole gist of the galaxy at war and, you know, chaos and the Imperium and all that stuff. But they could also just start with 40k and be like, this is what happened in 30k. And I think that would be fine, because then again, the Horus Heresy, as important as it is, it's not the focal point of a lot of 40k fans, like, interest in the hobby. Like, there's a lot of people who love 30k, but 30k isn't more popular than 40k. Everyone knows 40k for 40k. And then, like, oh yeah, I heard about 30k, I know this, I know the events, but they could do a lot with it. I don't know what they're going to start with. I don't know what they're going to continue with. I don't know what fucking races are going to be at play here. Like, you're going to jump in with Chaos and Imperium, and, like, the Necrons are going to come in, or... They say it's live action, so let's just say you're never going to see Orcs. Or Tyranids, or any of that stuff, because I don't know how fucking live action's going to work with all these suits, man. Those are some crazy shoes to fill. Well, CG, well, of course CG, but, like, it's gotta be really good CG. Really good. Mind-blowing fucking CG. And for Warhammer anyways, you need CG. Like, it's just a universe that demands it. If you don't use CG, you don't achieve, like, 90% of it. You can still portray, like, humans as humans and shit, but, like, you can't put a dude in an orc costume and be like... and have him run around and make it believable and cool. Wonder if this is warded. I can't really travel anywhere. The whole team is dead. What the hell, boy? Okay, well, here's the thing about orcs in Lord of the Rings versus orcs in 40k. Orcs in Lord of the Rings are emaciated, like, just vile, thin wretches, versus orcs in 40k that are, like, roided out of their fucking minds. That's the problem. You would have, like, muscle suits on muscle suits. It would be bonkers. Every orc in 40k is, like, beyond ripped. Lord of the Rings is a little bit easier to get away with that stuff. And it looked really good, obviously, but... Well, you're gonna have to look like a fucking, like, bodybuilder, like, Mr. Olympia winner. Like, dude, you cannot make, like, live-action 40k orcs. It just doesn't work that way. There isn't a human that I've ever seen that could portray an orc in 40k. Like, I don't know. The Liver King? Nah, you know what he would be? He'd be like an Ogren, bro. I saw Brock Lesnar today, and I'm like, dude, he kind of looks like an Ogren. But you'd have to be much taller. So I don't think that would work either. Andre the Giant could have played an Ogren. Absolutely. Perfect fit. No, he played Nork Dead Dog. There you go. Most important one. Be badass. Lesnar and all these other dudes, all these, like, fucking fighters would literally just be guard. You have to be a freak of nature in height and size to be anything but. The Mountain from Game of Thrones, I think, would still just play a guardsman. As crazy as that sounds. Maybe an Ogren, maybe, like a smaller one. But... what's that dude's name again? Anyways, CG would just look better. CG would just look so much better for stuff like that. I can't fight her. Just too fed. The orc CG in the World of Warcraft movie was actually pretty good. Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. They looked good. They looked like orcs. It was good. 100% for sure. Why do I have a fucking dagger? Dude, even the CG dwarves in the WoW movie were really cool. They looked like dwarves. They looked absolutely not like short humans, but like dwarves. It was good. They all had like lumpy heads and big noses. That's how it should look.
Get to work.
Stole, thank you, man. The WoW movie just looked really good. I don't know about it being a good movie, but it looked good. Okay, she's dead. Nope, she's not dead. We have no damage. I'm the only person on this team who is capable of killing something outside of Zach. But, yeah, a little too gapped this team is. Well, a 40k series with a guardsman's perspective would be phenomenal. I think it should be through guardsmen anyways. Like, imagine just having it through Space Marines. Like, I think you'd want that amazement of seeing a Space Marine on screen show up and just not throw it away by just portraying it through the eyes of a Space Marine, you know? Because in 40k, Space Marines are like, you never see them. Ever. You never. You will never see a Space Marine in 40k. And if they show up, it's because everything hit the fan. It is the worst possible outcome. So, it does make sense. I think we're gonna win. Yeah, I mean, shit hits the fan in 40k, but, like, shit really hits the fan sometimes. Too tanky. I need LDR. I mean, we're not really gonna win this game, but I do need LDR. Well, as a guardsman, if you see a Grey Knight, you're dead. Like, yeah, you're done. You're done in, like, the demons.
Get to work.
Sure. Dory, thank you. Too strong. Everyone's too strong. Only me and Zach did well. No. Okay. But thank you. I'm coming. I've seen the teaser. Oh, I've seen the teaser, don't worry. Why is Vi healing so much? That's because Sirach is here. I'm not beating this guy. It's just he's too fed. No, too fed. Only 2 people on the team went positive KDs. But unfortunately for Zach, he's not like a 1v9 machine. Like the champ isn't, I mean. Fun. It was greenlit. Yeah, it's good to go.